welcome to episode 3. As you can see, we did a few changes to our house here, a couple upgrades. One is I've put all the leather item frames on the wall, and it kind of delineates what's in the chest underneath. It really helps to keep things organized, and I find it's just helpful too, especially when you're working on a large project. To be organized, that's definitely a big thing. As you can see, the furnaces are going. The reason for that is that when I'm mining down in Y12, anything I get that I can throw in the furnace, including cobblestone, I will cook up, and I'll do that using lava as opposed to coal, only because using the coal, I mean, like you're just you're gonna burn through it. So once you get a lava supply, you just build some buckets and keep it going, and that'll help you get a lot of experience pretty quick. And as you can see, I've been doing that for a while, so that experience that you get, even if you don't use the stone for anything, is crucial when you're on survival, because you're going to need to start enchanting things pretty fast. And speaking of which, you guys notice I've made a bookcase farm. It's kind of what I call them. I've got cows for leather. I've got the wheat there growing to breed them, and I've got sugarcane for paper. So in today's episode, we're going to be building the base of the tree. So we're going to have to build a rail line out into the biome far enough to build it. Now, when I say far enough, we're going to be looking at probably going on about 100 to 120 blocks into the biome and building the base. The reason for that is from Y127, which is cloud level, to Y256, about 129 blocks. So the branches are going to have to be about that far out, just to avoid them turning into like an ugly brown color that you would normally see if they're going over a desert biome. So, all right, guys. Let's go out there, let's get this tree started, and let's get to work. All right, everybody, that is the base of the tree. And that song that led us to that montage, that was Clover 3 by Vibe Mountain. I thought that was a pretty fun song. So let's talk about the dimensions for this tree, for this project. So starting with the trunk of the tree, it's going to go from ground level, like I said, to Y127 up to where cloud level is. Now, it has to look proportional to the size of the total tree, right? Because when you're looking at it from a distance, it has to be thick enough to make sense that like this giant tree can sit upon it. So what I figured is I would go for the total diameter of the tree would probably be a third to half its total height from ground to cloud level. So that's kind of how I figured it out too. Now, the the circumference basically of the tree or the planning, because I mean it is a pixelated circle. I did a base of 7 blocks by 3 by 2 by 1 to give that circular look. And now it's also meant to look a little imperfect too, because no tree in nature is perfect. So that's how we're starting here. Now, once we get above cloud level, as mentioned earlier, it's going to be about 129 blocks. So in order for it to be a perfect dome, when you're looking at it from a distance, if it's 129 blocks up to the top, it has to be 129 blocks out in all directions for it to visually make sense. So that's why the rail line was that far out, to keep us away from the desert biome so that the leaves don't turn that ugly color. So I think that concludes this episode. In the next episode, we are going to be building all the way up just past cloud level so that we can get started on the branches and everything like that. So thanks for tuning in this episode. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. And let's raise money for a good cause. Thanks, everybody. See you in a few days.